Kevin Palmer here for Watchdog Wire with Kate Obenshain. Kate, tell me about your new book, Divider in Chief.
Great, I'd love to. I wrote this book because Obama was elected for one reason, because he was going to be the great uniter. He was going to bring us all together, and yet within days of his presidency, he began to rip our country apart, the very essence of who we are. In his inaugural address, he talked about how he was going to listen to Republicans, especially when we disagree. 3 days later, Eric Cantor laid out the Republican position on taxes. Obama said, "Eric, I won, you lost, boom, get over it." And that was it. And ever since then, instead of defending his ideas or his approach, he has sought to vilify anybody who disagrees with him, to basically shut them down so he can force through what I perceive as a very radical left agenda.
And what kind of change are you trying to affect through this book? What kind of message are you hoping to push across?
I want to wake people up to, those who still fall for the hope and change rhetoric, that sort of emptiness. I want people to realize, go back and look over the course of the last 4 years about how this president has literally pitted Americans one against another. Not only have there been devastating economic consequences, but I think to our democracy there have been consequences. Really, when you try to silence people, when you try to stifle debate, that hurts the democracy. It hurts who we are as a nation. And I want women in particular to wake up and realize he is using them, this ridiculous notion of a war against women, to divide women and to make them scared. And it's an absurdity. He's divided us based on race, of course, on economic status. We don't do that in America. We don't assess people a certain income class and stick them there. But that's what Obama's done, so that he can pit different income levels against each other.
And what advice would you give to, an ordinary woman who's upset with Obama's divisive language, that wants to make a difference but doesn't have your sort of platform or soapbox?
My soapbox started out with talking one friend to another. I would inform them, I would encourage them to watch Fox with their kids, to read some stuff. Read this book. This book is for your average American, not somebody who's a wonk or who studies this every day. Share this book with your non-political friends, your liberal friends, somebody who's going to vote for Obama. Remind them of what Obama is doing to all the things that we really care about. When it comes to women with children, talk about freedom. Talk about the notion that this is the first generation, the first generation of young people.
Absolutely.
Who think the future is going to be less prosperous than their parents. That is an alarming thing, but if we talk to people about the issues they care about on the level where they are, then I think we can have a huge impact.
And is the book on the shelves now?
It sure is.
All right, Kate Obenshain, author of Divider in Chief, thanks very much.
Thanks for having me.